Hello, hello. You're here with more Baldur's Gate. Still very tired. Still very sleep deprived. I really thought after last stream, when I was running on like 1 hour of sleep, that by now, after two more nights to course correct my sleeping, that we would have some improvement. And we do have some improvement. We are now running on perhaps 3 hours of sleep, four tops. I don't know what the deal is. I pretty much both Monday night and last night I went to go to bed at a normal time, with my like no sleep that I have. And I fell asleep for like 2 hours and then was just suffering awake until like 5, 6 in the morning until maybe my body would allow me to sleep a tiny bit. So that's where we at. So just like Monday, may cut this one a little short if I'm like getting super tired again. There's a hair on my camera. And it's gonna bother me to keep seeing it. There we go. Oh, and I have hiccups. Oh, that's good. I'm like goofy over here today. I start to laugh and I'm like um I hear all kinds of stuff about a new fancy patch. I guess I picked a great time to start playing through this the first time. A couple weeks before a big final patch of the game. So it's probably all kinds of cool stuff that I could have been doing this whole time. Uh, I didn't really look into the patch stuff, although I did see like I think it was a ranger had a cool new subclass that, considering we are a kind of half rangering Astarion, I kind of want to redo him. Redo him? This is a weird way to redo his. Oh, Scratch wants to talk. Redo his. Was good. This is a good brain fart. His class. His level ups so that I can change his subclass for his ranger bit. Hey, I hope your day is doing well. Oh my god, this is awful. Hope your wait. I was gonna say, I hope your day is doing well. Great. This is good. This is good. Sort of a new playthrough for patch 8. Death Cleric of Mistra, Romancing Gale. Well, that sounds metal. I don't even remember what the thing was called that was for Ranger that I was going to try to switch Astarion to. I was just going to assume that once I level him up to a Ranger, I'll recognize which one's the different one. I hope. Before I do this, what level did I switch him over to Ranger at? I think it was like 5 or 6, but I don't. 5 rogue and then okay.
Thou walkest alone. On all these harsh
Thou
nights,
walkest
thou
alone
hast sought no company.
on the only road thou hast have ever known. Uh, this seems Astarion. My love life's none of your business, skeleton.
Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. Wherefore turnst thou from it?
I saw something about some move that was like cool for if I was like warlock, that maybe I want to redo my stuff. It's like hex. It's a hex blade or something like that. I don't know if that's what it's called or if my brain is if old league stuff is leaking into my brain. It is Hexblade? Okay. Uh, as if anyone here deserves
And
me.
thus thou art alone. Fate,
Please, I just
dost
want to
thou
change.
require a new
I just want
ally?
to. I just want to redo the
As thou
class.
desire.
Okay, we start with Rogue. I don't think I touched any of this. Pretty sure I just let this go. I don't know if I touched any of this though. Maybe an extra that, just so he's not negative on something. Hey Fiona Haley, how are you doing? It's going all right over here. I'm stumbling over my words constantly today on my upgraded 3 hours of sleep that I am doing this stream on, as opposed to my like 1 hour of sleep that I streamed on Monday. So we're full of I don't want to say energy. I don't even know. Which can't. I'm actually using my DSLR as a Canon 80D that I've had for like 7 years, because I've started streaming and I'm like, I don't need a webcam. I already have this. I just have to figure out how to make this work. The only issue, I guess, is because like I assume newer cameras have like a way to just reroute the output properly. Whereas this, all it is, it's just showing the display on the back for the output. So I have to like hide all the menu options, and I can't turn autofocus on, because if I turn autofocus on, it puts the box like here for autofocus, and I can't make it go away. I am on PC. I have no way to currently stream from my console. Not that I'd have anything to stream from my console, but it's not really worth me getting a capture card at the moment. I don't remember what I made him last time. Oh, we're back to this. I'm pretty sure the first time I leveled him up, I did Thief, I think. Did I do Thief again because I liked the bonus action? I think he still had 2 bonus actions, so I still went with Thief. GPU, I have a 4070 Ti Super. Yeah. Any more info after that though? I couldn't tell you. I don't remember the specs that well. Past that. Wait, no, needs medium armor. Right? Gain, yeah. I need to give him medium armor. Give him an extra dex. Wait, did I go one too far? No, wait, this is the... No, I'm good. Yeah, level 5. Okay, yeah, no, I did it right. I thought I accidentally did one too far. Ranger. Favored enemy. Why don't I remember this? Wait. Oh, I don't remember this at all. Right now I'm pretty much just streaming Baldur's Gate, and I've just been doing like 1 day a week of something different, just because Baldur's Gate's so big. So like right now, I think tomorrow, I hopefully should probably finish Signalis. Played Crow Country before that. I was replaying Lies of P, but wasn't really feeling streaming it after a couple streams. Hogwarts Legacy, I would probably like not have any interest in streaming, if anything, just because like I've dabbled in it before. It's fun, but like its performance is iffy. Like not bad, but like even on 4070 Ti Super, it's like not amazing. So I wouldn't want to like really bother with that. Um, it's not, after Baldur's Gate, I'm probably gonna stream either like Quarry or jump right into like Disco Elysium or something like that. Green. I don't need heavy armor. Is this new stuff? I feel like I don't remember this. Or am I just misremembering? It's True Strike. Yeah. So this favorite enemy thing, it both seems new and also like something maybe I just clicked through and didn't. Mostly it's me reading Ranger Knight sounded super not familiar. You know, okay. Well, I don't need to give him heavy armor. Even though Ranger Knight sounds cool. Sacred Flame Mage Breaker. I guess probably just that. Hunting creatures from other planes, battling spellcasters. What did this say again? Creatures I hit with ensnaring strike either have or this. And let's do bounty hunter. That's fine. This seems familiar, maybe. This thing called Toll of the Dead that's new. Has been added for a couple classes, which is fun to use so far. That I've not heard anything about. I feel like the only thing that I kept hearing about that like anyone could use is Hexblade. Which also it seemed like Hexblade would just straight up replace your normal attack. Efficiency and sleight of hand? Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Sleight of hands, athletics, stealth. This is fine. That's fine. I know I had that. I think I'd gotten Good Berry, and I keep not using it. So maybe I won't use that. I did get the thing to make Ensnaring Strike better, so I guess maybe I should just get that. And I think I did Archery. All right, subclass time. Spell first. Now I really don't. Did I have Hunter's Mark? I'm gonna guess Hunter's Mark. All right, Swarm Keeper was what it was, right? Magical bond with a swarm of nature spirits. This swarm serves as a helpful companion and a potent force in battle. Legion of Bees. A swarm of bees that fights on your side once per round. Sorry, I was getting distracted by the Discord talk creeping in again, and it's so tiring. It's so tiring. Even if I wanted to join everybody's Discord, like, you know how little I use Discord? I I basically get on Discord if I already have a reason to log into it to chat with somebody while playing something. I've never used Discord to just like preemptively get on there and like go into like any sort of community or anything. I this seems contradictory, incredibly introverted, uh, and you know, bad at the socialing. Um, but for some reason, and I feel like this is probably the opposite for most people. Um, my anxiety and like nerves and shyness, whatever about it, online is so much worse than in person. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because in person I'm just kind of, it's like trial by fire. I'm just like forced to have to interact and do whatever. But man, I let me tell you, anytime that I've played WoW, um, ever since like middle school, and I want to do like a raid or something, and they want you to join the voice chat, that shit, anxiety up to here, like it's like crippling. And I don't know how to begin socializing on the internet. All right, sorry. So bees. So it can attack and deal damage, push the enemy away, or teleport me. So I can have bee teleport once per round. Is that telling me that I could, in theory, like essentially be Misty Step every turn after I attack? That seems broken. The jellyfish can also teleport me. What is the difference between shock and just not take reactions? It's disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws. The only time I use it is to chat with. Yeah, I pretty much have like one or two friends that I occasionally use it to like chat with playing games. And that's it. That's all. Um, I even in WoW, like usually I would just join the Discord because they want you to join for, or back in the day Ventrilo, just so you can hear call outs and stuff. And I would just, you know, just not talk. I would just have it on, which would still give me like some anxiety, but it's fine. Um, the fact that even for any brief amount of time, for like a couple months, I did join a guild and get actively participated in said guild and was like an officer and would voice chat with him all the time. That was baffling. That has only happened once. I don't even know how I mustered that courage up. Or what do the moths do? Can deal additional psychic damage, blind, or teleport me. So they all could. So I could just. I think I like the bees, maybe. If anything, just because bees, like, realistically, shock and blind seem more useful than pushing them away. But bees. How does blind work again? I feel like moths with the blind seems really useful, though. Oh yeah, I guess at one point when I played League still, there was like once that there was like 2 or 3 people that I randomly started playing with frequently for a little while. Um, yeah, I don't know. Unless I just stumble into it, I don't know how to like go like actively seek out socializing on the internet. I'm really bad at like forcing interaction, which is also like small talk is the bane of my existence. I'll go I'll go moths as much as I like the idea of bees. Moths just seem more useful. And then I'll get mm, enhanced leap, I guess. Yeah, because he has the bad jump. Oh, people were mean on the internet before COVID. Um, I mean, I am very critical of how a lot of people act since COVID. I sound like a grumpy old back in my day type of person. Um, but some things like I've noticed it mostly going to concerts, how there seems to have been a distinct shift in there being way more people that are just rude as fuck at concerts post COVID, specifically people that are like Gen Z age or Gen Alpha, where there's like this sense of entitlement. I noticed it the most. I've only been in New York City twice in my life. Once was for a concert last year that I went to. And I swear there were so many people that were so entitled and like it seemed like they were like pick me people. They wanted their moment. And so like the band always has people come up on the stage for the last song. And I remember being so frustrated because like I got on stage, super cool, but like people were coming up on stage, and so they had a line on the stage where you're supposed to stand like behind said line for like safety reasons and whatever, obviously. Um, and they had a catwalk that went out in front of the stage, and you had people going and like all with their phones, all these New York fucking Gen Z like people like going out onto the catwalk, and the singer turned around and he was like, "Get back!" Like, no, go back. And like they like it felt like it ruined half the song because I was paying more attention to um them not like them causing an issue and like crew people and band people telling people to move back versus being able to actually enjoy the first like half of it. And not only that, there was also a bit where he called someone up on or two like, 3 people ended up on stage like in between one of the songs, and I don't know if he only called the 2 of them up and the third one just happened, or if he did call them up all up. But they go up there and he's like introing the song and talking to them, and this girl proposes to her boyfriend while they are up on the stage. And the whole time that like she's proposing, the singer's like, what? This third guy who's like the most read the room asshole oblivious guy that I think I've ever witnessed, is up on stage, and he is like trying to get a selfie with the singer during this proposal, the whole like constantly. At one point he's even just like, no bro, like take a picture of them. And so then they stay on the stage for the next song, and the whole time he is still, the whole time during the song he is like just kind of like in the way of the like newly engaged couple and still trying to take pictures with the singer and all this stuff. And like halfway through the song, finally one of their like crew people comes out and escorts the guy off the stage. But like, it is the most cringe shit I have like ever witnessed at a concert. Just completely oblivious to people, or to like reading the room. It was so bad. Man, it really just keeps wanting to give me more of these level 1 spells that I don't really need. Let's do animal friendship. And then yeah, that don't impose disadvantage on stealth, sure. TikTok culture's made it really crazy for concerts because of bands getting popular from TikTok. Yeah. And I mean, there's also the argument of like being in the moment. And that's, I'm back and forth on it, because like, especially if it's a band I really, really am into, I try to be in the moment, but also like I started going to concerts when like cell phones were still like a new thing, and not cell phones, but smartphones. And so like there weren't really, like you'd still have some people recording at concerts, but it was also still new enough that like if you were up towards the front close enough for a security guard to like see that you were holding up your phone long enough, they would tell you to put your phone down because you weren't supposed to be recording video. So like the concerts that I went to my first few years of going to concerts are like still like the most fun concerts I've ever been to. The crowd engagement was so much better. And I mean, obviously it was new to me, so there's like a novelty to it that has worn off some over the years. But like, I still try to record some stuff at shows, because like I wish that I had videos from those first shows, and I don't. Like even if I just had a couple, but I still try to. Like I've been to shows where there was like people in front of me with their phone up recording like every single fucking song, and it's not even like a little like 15-second bit of every song. Like no, they're recording like most of every song, and I'm like, I don't want to watch the show through your phone. Like I don't care. Like I usually, like every show there might be 1 or 2 songs that I for some reason want to record the whole thing. So like when I saw Motionless in White last year the couple times and they played City Lights, I recorded all of City Lights because I'm like, they don't play this. It's also a slow song. There's not a lot of activity that I'm missing out on by recording. And who knows if they'll ever play it again. So I recorded all of City Lights. Or if it's like a song I really, really like, I will maybe record all of it. But even then, sometimes I'm at odds with it because I'm like, but at the same time, if it's a song I really like, oh, I have like moths around me. That's cool. If I really like the song, then also I might be like, well, I want to be into it though. So then I won't record. And usually if I record stuff at concerts, it's only like a handful of songs for like 30 seconds or so at a part that I really like. I'm not recording the whole thing. Yeah, the secondhand embarrassment you would have got if you want to see it. It is online. I remember sending it to some friends being like, look at this cringe shit. It is what song? We're like barely playing the game. We're just chatting today. Um what song was it? Um Hold on, I'm slightly blanking on the song. Uh I think I bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to pull up YouTube and just type it in and see if I, because I remember the one video, the dude's mug was on the thumbnail. Let's see. Yep, okay. So if you want to see that cringe, look up 30 Seconds to Mars at the Barclays Center in New York City. The song Never Not Love You. I don't know if I just saw a clip quick. I didn't pull it up, obviously. I just wanted to make sure that was the right song. I don't know if the first clip that I saw includes the talking before the song where it's cringe, but he's cringed like through the whole song. It's so, even through a screen you can feel the, oh man, he did want to like I want me some selfies with Jared Leto, but like, God. Read the fucking room. I don't know. It easily is top 3 most secondhand embarrassment I've felt in my life, and I didn't even know the guy. Your first concert was Green Day in 2017. See, I don't even know if the video stuff. I think between like 2017, 2020, I didn't go to as many concerts as I have before and since. I don't know why. It's kind of school and stuff didn't go as much. But it like the thing that's like the worst since that is like, it's not even the phone thing. It's just the general behavior and entitlement. The worst concert I've ever been to, it was one of the first ones I think that I've been to since like after COVID. I don't listen to them, but like siblings did, and I was like, I'll go with, fine, it's cheap, I'll just go with everyone else. All my other siblings are going. Was Young Gravy. It was supposed to be Young Gravy and I forget another hip hop rap artist that's bigger, but we ended up leaving before he played because it was so bad during Young Gravy that like none of us were having it. That is the like it was a mix of like post-COVID entitlement with people who seem, it's like, I don't know, it's like, wow, you couldn't go to concerts for 1 year during like a specific formative age, and so now you have like no respect or self-awareness out in public, and that it's weird. I'm like, it only was 1 year, but it seems like there's such a difference in behavior from before and after COVID. And I go there, and I think part of the issue is the genre. I don't listen to stuff like Young Gravy, like ever. I enjoy pretty much everything except for country. And like stuff like Young Gravy, that's like mainstream hip hop rap stuff. Some of it I think is okay, but like, I don't know, like a lot of like mumble rap stuff, I'm like, I don't get it. And also like lyrically, I don't care for any of it. But I swear, like the crowd, I shit you not, it see 90% of the guys in this crowd for Young Gravy looked like they would be like date rapists that have roofies in their pockets. Every single one of them gave that vibe. Baby No Money, I like anything I see from him as a person, because he pops up on my TikTok a lot recently. I think he's cool. He's funny. Musically, his stuff is fine. It still is on that like line of like that genre I don't care for lyrically. Like I don't really give a shit about rapping about like sex, money, all that shit. Like I don't care. Um, but I like Baby No Money. He's cool enough, even if I don't like care for all the music. Um, but Young Gravy though. So there's the issue with all the guys in the crowd seemed like they would have roofies in their pockets. They just gave that vibe. And then also, there were people constantly trying to shove their way up in front of us. Constantly. To the point where I have to give some context here. So I went with, so I am the oldest of my siblings, right? I am like 6'2". The rest of my siblings are all also tall. Like my brother right under me is like 6'5" or 6'6" or something like that. And he's like, I'm fairly like thin. I got them thin wrists. My brother right under me is like big football lineman build. Like he's an imposing dude. And then my next brother is also like 6'4" ish, I think. He's like he's not like that big. He's like kind of like a just general athletic build. And like even my sister is like I don't know how tall my sister is, but my sister's in 10th grade. I want to say she's definitely at least 5'10". She might be 6 foot. I'm not sure. And then my other brother is also like I think like 6 foot. But so all of us are there. And there's also my one brother's friend who is the opposite of this. He is like skinny as a rail like me, but he's like probably like 5'6". But then also my one other friend's like a couple of his like football, basketball buddies were there too. So there's like a lot of us that vaguely know each other all around together. And some drunk a-hole goes to, and I don't know, like it was on a college campus, so technically he shouldn't have been like drunk at this concert, but he definitely probably was, because he pushed his way past us. My brother's wily little friend hits him on the back of the head because he like shoved his way through. Dude turns around with the like, I don't know if you will know what I mean when I say like drunk guy that has no self-control and just is like brain dead stare, like wanting to fight stare. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. It's not even specific to like being drunk, but drunk adds to it. But like dudes who have like no emotional self-control and they get mad and they just like, it's like they're seeing red. He turns around like he's gonna like start some shit because my brother's friend did that. And oh my god, it was hilarious seeing my like, you know, 6'5" lineman brother, my like 6'4" football, and his buddies all immediately gang up on this guy and be like, walk the fuck away. It was hilarious. But like you have dealing with that the whole concert. Like I go to metal shows all the time and no one's ever as pushy and rude as people were at this show. And you know, I always think, I'm like, I don't want to bash on genres, but also like it was a Travis Scott concert where people were pushing each other so much that like 8 people died at whatever festival. Like you don't hear about that happening at huge metal festivals. No, it was the hip hop festival where everyone's entitled. But just like Young Gravy, I hated his stage presence. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know if he was drunk, but his stage presence was the equivalent of like what you would see like metalcore singers get made fun of for when they're like drunk out of their mind on stage and people are just like, yeah, they suck live and he can't sing and he like is just like bumbling around up there. Like he's just lazily like doing his like mumble rap, whatever shit, just like walking back and forth on stage, like yeah, yeah. I'm like, I hate this so much. It's not fun to me. I've been to one country concert in my life, and I enjoyed that far more than Young Gravy. And I would say I enjoy more of that sort of music than I do country. But I guess also that genre, it's kind of hard because I've even seen clips of Baby No Money, and even like his shows, like he has a screen and it's like just him and like a DJ. So I guess there's not really like, you really gotta amp it up when you don't have that much going on stage.
Great headline.
What, giant robot man? Okay.
Fascinating.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around.
I have urgent
Well, do
business.
you have the means to support yourself?
I don't want to give you money. Yeah, I have help from the other side.
I'm afraid Article 30.1.7 stipulates that religious or spiritual assertions cannot count towards one's proof of self-sufficiency. I will repeat.
That's kind of funny.
For the last time, may I add, do you have means to support yourself?
I have seen clips from his concerts, Baby No Money's, that look fun. I just meant like his general stage setup. I was like, oh, this doesn't look any more exciting than the Young Gravy setup, aside from him having a screen and me liking his personality more in general. But like the stage setup was still the same, where it's like, oh, it's just like him up there with a DJ, you know? Fine,
Right.
take the 200.
Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Yeah, I'm called Daisy Dewdrop Fluffington.
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
What in the hell is that thing?
I am a steel watcher, citizen. Here to serve the people.
It's cool
of
that the like
Baldur
plates
State
are all shaking
in the
around.
name of Lord Enver Gortash.
Pushiest concert you've ever
State
been
your
to was
business.
when I saw Wallows. I know I've heard the name Wallows before, and there's probably a song that if I heard it, I'd recognize it, but I know nothing about them. So squished, people pushing in the back, even though the place could hold. Yeah. I think other than that, well, here's the thing. I've been to pushy concerts, but I think there's a difference between pushy concerts where it's like the crowd is just generally a little more into it and rowdy. Like I don't get into mosh pits. I've never been in a mosh pit. I don't care to. It's fun to watch. If people like doing it, I have no issue. I kind of hate when people are like trying to crowd kill and intentionally swing their arms to hit people. I think that's stupid, but just moshing in general is whatever. I'm just not interested. But I've been to pushy concerts, but there's a difference between the crowd generally kind of being active and pushy versus at Young Gravy, it was rude, entitled people trying to constantly push their way in front of you. Like that's a complete difference. But aside from, I think the worst one I ever was at, aside from that, yeah, I was born here. This is my home. I get that, all that deception. Yeah, I don't care for people actively touching me, but like I with concerts, I kind of just, especially if it's pushy and I'm like near the front, I just kind of accept it as what it is. Like it's gonna happen. I forget what year it was. It was probably vaguely between 2012 and 2014. It wasn't an issue the whole concert. It was a like kind of mini festival where they had two stages that they kept alternating between throughout the day. There was like maybe like 10, 13 bands. But Attila. And mind you, I haven't listened to Attila in like a decade, but I liked them then, which is ironic considering I was like, I don't care about the rap music that's singing about like sex, drugs, and money, and that's all Attila is. I just thought the screaming rap stuff was cool. But I had seen them a few times, and they were always kind of rowdy, but this one specific show was bad. And I think part of the issue with it, yeah, sure, stand still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen.
Known. Oh, is it Orin
You are known.
again?
Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge.
The wiggling of the
stone
wings is
floors
weird, though.
left bloodied. The Watcher
It feels like those
speaks
shouldn't be
directly
wiggling.
into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people,
Uh-oh.
but an enemy of the absolute.
Uh-oh.
Come quietly, or die.
Can I talk my way out of this? Uh-oh. I don't want to know. No, we ain't being arrested. Fight time. Everybody jump this man with your 1 and 2 damage. Good job. But like almost every time that I had seen Attila, other than this one concert, I was at Barricade. And my early concerts made me very quickly become aware of the fact that like crowded pits and like rowdy crowds are usually very manageable and fine if you're at Barricade or if you're a little further back. But if you are right behind Barricade, so like in the second, third row of people, then it's awful. Because you have everyone, people who want to like try to squeeze their way up, and you're like in like peak rowdiness area, but you don't have the barricade to brace yourself on. And so you're much more prone to getting kind of pushed around by the sway of the crowd. And so at that one Attila show that was really bad, I was like right behind barricade because of moving back and forth, so I wasn't going to stay at barricade somewhere. And I remember like halfway through the set, I was like, I'm going to the back. I mean, this is too much. Oh, is that like extra first move attack I had from the other thing, I guess? So how do the bees work? Is it just something that happens once I attack? Oh, if I can get barricade at the middle, I'm being barricade at the middle. It's just usually when you go to shows, it's like it kind of fills up like those like probability charts where it's like bigger in the middle, where you'll have like the people who get there in the middle, and then it'll slowly spread out, but people will still go to the middle, and so the middle will like come out, or like the rows will come out of the middle faster than it does at the sides, so then it's kind of like a slope. But like I will take barricade at the side before I take like 3 rows back in the middle. Like I'm not that picky. I to this day regret. So my first 2 concerts were also 30 Seconds to Mars. I will to this day forever regret the first show. It was in like Rochester, and it was in the beginning of February. So it was cold and it was snowing, and we still stood in line for like 2 or 3 hours. Oh, that's another thing. For me to want to like get barricade without some sort of VIP at concerts like Motionless in White or whatever now, you have to get there so much earlier now than when I started going to concerts and like pre-COVID. back like 10 years ago, I could show up for a concert 2 hours, 2.5 hours early, and 9 times out of 10, that was like easy barricade. At best, there would maybe be like 10 other people there, or 10, 20 other people there, 2.5 hours early. But now, if I wanted to get barricade at Motionless in White without a VIP, it's like I gotta show up like 4 hours early. It's nonsense, and I'm not doing that. But this 30 Seconds to Mars show in Rochester, we get there like 2.5 hours early to stand in the snow waiting, because I was like, we need to get there early. There was only like 2 people in front of us, but it was my first concert. I didn't know any better. We get inside and I'm like, I want merch though. And what if they sell out? And the thought of being at the front did not register in my brain at all. Like, I just wanted to be there early because I was excited. So I will forever have to deal with the knowledge that I could have been front row at my first 30 Seconds to Mars show, which they're like my favorite band. They've always been my favorite band. Ever since I like got into music. And I need to like, I'm just like standing here yapping. I'm threatened, so I can't do this anyway. Oh, so it's a reaction. How does the teleport work? React. Wait, how does the teleport work? Didn't I just click teleport and then nothing happened? Yeah, I'll forever have to know that I could have been front row at my first 30 Seconds to Mars show, and instead I was like halfway back in the crowd because I wanted merch. And that sucks. At the very least, ever since then, I have been barricade at every 30 Seconds to Mars show I've been to, except for one. There's one I'm not 100% if I was barricade. I don't think I was, or I think I was, but I wasn't for the last song. So I said they always call people up on stage on the last song, and I'm a pro. I've been up on stage with them on the last song 6 times. But the one show, I got called to come up on the stage with everybody, but then the one of the security guards wasn't letting people go over the barricade to get up there, and he's like, no, you got to go around. And so by the time I was able to like push through the crowd to get to the side of the barricade, then they were like, no more. I was mad. Oh, this is how, okay. It's over here. Oh, so I can't go that far though. Never gotten barricade. Most shows I go to Orlando and they camp for hours. Yeah, sometimes I don't try to get there early enough to get barricade at shows anymore because of that. So like the earliest that I go to a show anymore, unless I have VIP, the earliest I get to a show just to see like maybe I can get up close is like 2 hours tops. Any earlier than that, I don't bother anymore. The longest I've waited is like 6 hours once for like A Day to Remember and Rise Against. And that was a hassle. That was also a nightmare because then like right before doors opened, the workers were like changing they were like, oh, you have to go to this door instead, and it became a whole mess. Like the line turned to nothing. Barricade's fun though. I love it's so great. And I care not for people who complain that I'm tall, because like I get barricade because either I paid the VIP stuff or like I got the early and waited. I feel like it's so entitled when people come up to me when I'm at barricade, and they choose to come up and stand behind me and then start asking if they can get in front of me. I'm like, fuck no, you can't. You could have stood somewhere else. No. Like, leave. Leave, small one. The one show I went to last year, there was some like middle-aged woman that kept constantly bitching the whole show about how she was like constantly saying like, can't see, yada yada. She's like, we're gonna have to move this kid, and I'm like, well, I'm not a kid, so I mean, but thank you for the compliment, I guess. If I am looking young enough for you to be like this kid. I think I've only ever been to maybe 1 or 2 shows that were like 150 type occupancy. Usually the smallest venues that I've been to have been like just under 1,000. Oh, that's super cool that you got one of those like take your phone videos. That's really neat. I'm always paranoid that if that ever happened to me, that like somehow someone would yeet my phone away from me when they go to hand it back. Oh no, Ryan Seamus. Yeah, as far as I've heard, it's like tax embezzler, identity thefter, all kinds of stuff. Like, people shit on Falling Universe and Ronnie Radke, which, like, I think I said before, I don't agree with all the stuff that he says, but, like, I think a lot of the stuff is overblown and is, like, a lot of misinformation. Like, whether, like, stuff like whether you agree or disagree, like yes, he went to jail because he, like, you know, committed crime, but like I was a fan of Falling Universe when they first came, like when he first was getting out of jail. Like, I liked Escape the Fate, and so ever since then, the whole time of their existence, I've been having to like deal with friends and people being like, he's a murderer, and I'm like, you know, he was involved with stuff that's not good, and even he admits it's not good, but like, it's so easy to see that he did not murder somebody. Like, but this has still been parroted for like 15 years now. But like, there's other stuff I don't agree with, but like the main stuff with his hate, I'm like, it is just overblown. But I remember him talking about the Ryan Seaman stuff and saying that he was like there's identity theft stuff and all that, and then he goes and gets kicked out of I don't know how as well. I don't know how went into any of the reasonings, like any of the reasons why he got kicked out, but you waited 5 hours for water. I saw water parks once at a festival, and I think I left when they started because I didn't care, because I never knew who they were, and they were the second to last band, and I didn't care about the last band either. So it was, I think the band I left after was like Mayday Parade, and then I was like, well, I don't know who the fuck Water Parks is, and like, I've never heard of them in my life, and yet somehow they're above Mayday Parade and some of these other bands, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave, beat the traffic. Oh, he just took Dalin's money and everything. Is it Dalin or Dallin? I don't even know. I'm gonna Misty Step away, because then maybe I can firewall them up there. Man, it's so hard for me to like play and actively yap, and I've just been yapping. Ow. Ow, that sucked. I don't even say that I'm not even saying I don't enjoy water parks. I just had never heard of them. And considering the bands I was there to see were already done, I was like, there's no reason for me to stick this out. I was like, I'm 3 hours from home in city. I'm just gonna leave early and beat the traffic, because otherwise I'm just, you know, I feel like if it's like small shows, I feel like that's a little rude, because it's like, stay for the headliners, like just like whatever. But when it's like big festivals or big shows, whatever, like half a dozen people leaving because like I left after Panic one time because Weezer was headlining, and I didn't give a shit about Weezer. Like, there's still thousands of people. Like, it's not like you're at a little club where 10 people leaving is like 25% of the crowd. Who do I want to hit? I don't know if I want to try to get him out of the way or get the little people out of the way. Let's try to get little people out of the way. Can't hit you without the opportunity attack, so that sucks. Do I want to use this again? Oh wait, hold up. Let me give myself soul branding. And then I'll do this again. Because I always forget to use that. Of course, when I remember, I miss. You've seen water parks the most. I don't know who I've seen the most. I think 30 Seconds to Mars is the most, but the thing is, like, I've been to so many concerts over the years that, like, there are some bands I've seen a lot simply just because, like, they've just been there. So, like, I like Poppy, but I have not actively, like, gone out of my way to go see Poppy. I wanted to a couple weeks ago, and then I just randomly the day of, I was like, I don't feel like driving 3 hours by myself to go, and so I didn't go. I probably should have, but I didn't go. But I've seen Poppy 4 times, just because she happened to, like, she was opening for Avenged Sevenfold during their tour that I saw last year, and she was also opening for 30 Seconds to Mars on their tour last year, which I went to 3 shows of. So I've seen Poppy 4 times, even though I've never intentionally gone out of my way to see her. Same with, like, it's been years, like maybe over a decade since I've seen them, but I think in, like, at the end of high school and, like, the couple years after, I think I saw Sleeping with Sirens, like, 6 times. Because they were just, like, in all of the tours that I was seeing. I've seen Alisana, like, 5 or 6 times. No, actually, you know what? I don't know if I've seen either 30 Seconds to Mars or Falling in Reverse is my most seen. Because in their first 3 albums, so like between like 2011 and 2015 or 16, I saw Falling in Reverse a lot. But I'd have to sit and like count up the shows. 30 Seconds to Mars I've seen 9 times, I think. So they're either the most, or Falling in Reverse is at like somewhere between 10 and 12. I don't know. But Falling in Reverse also was playing a bunch of, like, I was seeing them at a bunch of smaller shows, and they were touring a lot more often. Whereas 30 Seconds to Mars, since like 2014, has had not as frequent touring compared to someone like Falling in Reverse, who I felt like between 2012 and 2014, I feel like was able to see Falling in Reverse like 3 times a year. Okay, you need to heal everybody because everyone's dying. Can I get to her? Yeah. Oh, I thought I was using the one where you had to touch people and she would have to run. That works. Poppy's rebrand is great. Most of the bands you see are very small. They still play smaller venues. Yeah, see, my issue is that I don't honestly I think the smallest actual show I've gone to is like a local band with a couple guys from my high school. I've went to their shows like once or twice where there's like a couple dozen people. But aside from that, like all the bands that I've ever listened to have like bottomed out at like the small, like just under 1,000 cap venues. So like there's one venue that's not there anymore that I went to a couple times back when I first started going to concerts. That was in Allentown, Pennsylvania, called Croc Rock. And it was a pizza place with the venue in the basement. Like one of the times I went there was following Universe on their first tour. Like when he came out of jail, their first tour they went on, like they had a van. And that one I do have like two really shitty videos of. I think that's my earliest concert video I have, is that. I didn't really start taking like really taking any concert videos till maybe like 2017, 2018, to be honest. But this place, it was so small. Like it really was like, oh, this is the basement of a fucking pizza place. Like if I really tried, I could have like the ceiling was maybe like 10 feet tall. It was a tiny, 10 feet is probably exaggerating, but like it was a basement. Like it was so small that like the venue was there, it was a tiny stage, and then right next to it was the bar, and the merch was on like a second level of the basement. I forget if it was a floor above or below where the stage was. It was, and like you went in on some like really sketchy door in the alley on the side of the pizza place. You didn't even go through the front entrance. I'm really upset because Motionless in White announced some short notice last minute show in this isn't gonna work with anybody. Let's do this. Let's do Ensnaring Strike, because I don't remember what the thing is that I got for this. Sneak attack. Let's do Blinding Swarm. I don't know. But they announced a random show in Allentown again, and it sucks because it is on the exact same day that I already am going to see. Like I have VIP tickets for another show, so it's not even like a show that I can just be like, oh, I'll go see Motionless instead. Like, nope, I got VIP tickets. I have to go. And also the other one's like an anniversary thing. So I'm like, I really have to go because they're playing the whole album. And I'm so annoyed. I'm like, of all the days this could have been, and it's the same day as that show. It's such a bummer. And I even looked in the comments and there was like 5 other comments I saw that were just like, really? It's the same day as this show. And apparently it's the day before some other notable show in the area. I don't remember who. I know I like some 21 Pilots. I probably wouldn't I wouldn't go to see them unless they were like really cheap and I knew someone else who wanted to see them, and I'd be like, yeah, sure. But like I myself wouldn't go out of my way because I don't listen to them enough to be worth what their tickets obviously would cost. I don't know who Charlie XCX is, and so because of that, I'm like, what's wrong with going to see David Spade? If Charlie XCX is like a rapper or hip hop person, let me tell you, I know so little of that, like, music. Like most of that music at best, I've heard the names, but like I don't know anything. Oh, it's a girl. Okay. Well, that's how little I know. I want to do Wall of Fire, but like there's not a realistic good way to do it. That maybe? Why didn't it hit it said it was going to hit the other two. Oh, that was a waste. Okay, get you out of here. And then leave all 3 of you. Where do these other ones do? Replenish a spell slot. Numb all creatures. No, I don't think I need to. No, I'm not gonna bother with any of those. What did I just accidentally click? I just accidentally clicked something. Oh wait, no, it was the noise of high. Okay. Okay, I've heard people mention Brat Summer, but like only in like a memeing way, and I never knew what the source of that came from. I just heard people be like, "Oh, it's Brat Summer," and I'm like, I don't know what this means. Am I old? I never bothered to like dive into what it came from. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Why couldn't Minthara do that? What are you doing over here, guy? I'm trying to think of what like clubby stuff would be. I don't think that's really my vibe. I know it's not the same as like it's not the same as like rave music, but like I also like don't get rave music. And like after like kind of experiencing it firsthand, because I saw Sullivan King open for Avenged Sevenfold and he kind of has that sort of music, I still don't get it. Because I'm just like, it, to each their own, but I'm like, all these songs are blurring together to me. And it's just like, it's just all just like there's no break. And then at one point he was like, all right, one more song. And I'm like, I don't even know when any other song ended and another one started. And you're telling us it's the last song. I'm like, this was all one song to me for 30 straight minutes. Well, they broke my concentrations. That sucks. Wounding Ray. I don't think I should. No, I'm just gonna be safe. I was gonna say, I don't think I should die before Shadowheart can go, but who knows? All right, who wants it? Oh, you're so close to dead. It feels like a waste to hit you. But I already used cleave. Do any of these? None of these can hit more than one. All right, we'll just hit him. And then maybe kill him? Ah. Should have buffed myself. Should have. That would have killed him if I had myself buffed. Yes. Try to. What is this? Creating a fiery. No, I want this to just barely hit both of them. Why would this provoke an attack of opportunity?
Can't give up. Not now.
Yeah, like I see, the thing is, I can see the appeal of that music. If people like to go to like a rave or whatever, or like EDM show, like I can see the appeal in that sense. But I don't understand how people just kind of listen to it on the daily, like in their car or just out and about. I'm like this is just constant all the time, just like almost never lyrics, just like beats and whatever. I'm like, how do you not go insane? Because there's like so little variety. Like, obviously, if I was familiar with the genre, I'd be more sensitive to and like aware of variety. But on the outside, I'm like, it seems like there's so little variety that I'm like, I don't know how you do this. I know people say this stuff about metal and they say it all sounds the same, which, like, fair. But at the same time, I feel like even I'm aware of when there are like metalcore bands that sound like just generic metalcore bands, and I don't listen to that many of them. A lot of times I describe it as like, oh, this is like opening band metalcore, where it's like a very distinct kind of style that so many opening bands I've seen over the years all sound like. And it's just, I guess it's just like not unique enough for them to like break out. And so those types of bands, I don't listen to very many. I'm really gonna hope this kills this person. And if it doesn't, oh well. Oh wait, I guess I can't. I can't walk away from you, can I? Shit. I guess I'm only attacking them because I have the melee thing turned on and I don't want to... Well, it's good. I would have missed the first hit anyway. ADHD rating helped you focus. I feel like it wouldn't help me focus. I'm like 50-50 with when music helps me focus or not. I'm trying to think of the difference of when it does and doesn't help me focus. It's so hard for me to like think of the reasoning behind it. Cause I was gonna say, like, if it's music I know, it's easier for me to like autopilot listen to it while working. But at the same time, then I could get distracted. On the flip side, if I don't know it, it can just become like white noise. I don't know. There's definitely been times that I've tried to listen to music and it's making it worse. And then other times, even whether it's new or music I already know, that it has helped. It's just kind of depending on my mood and the day, I guess. I'm ensnared, so I can't teleport. Shit. Wait, no, can I still? I'm gonna trust you to not die. I like this person over here cowering the whole time. Lens the journalist. I keep saying how I'm like, it's hard for me to like play and yap, and I've just noticed, I'm like, wow, we're like an hour into this, and I've been yapping so much that like all I've done is level Asterion up and do like most of one round of combat. Well, not one round, one encounter.
Your command.
You're vulnerable to lightning. Well, I don't have lightning. This should help, right? This should help. Immobile. Wait, I'm immobile. Shit. Is there a way for me to become not? I guess I just have to... Well, this thing probably can't bleed, but... give it a shot. Why would this provoke? You're moving towards him. Why would this provoke that?
Got to focus.
Astarion, chill out. Here, I hear you grunting over there. That healed him less than I would have liked. I never use necrotic. Let's go with necrotic. Man, you hate Astarion. Here, we'll use a potion. Of course you're immobile, so... Sick. Good job, bud. I really thought he was gonna, like, deal damage on the jump. That was dumb of you. You just took a... Did he jump because of the Spirit Guardians, I guess, maybe?
On your command.
I get to you and take care of you.
No mercy.
God damn, okay. There we go. I feel like having the elemental was a great choice because it seems broken and it has so much health, and they never seem to want to target it.
Let's end this. Take your
Maybe I shouldn't have walked this close. 9%. Worth a shot. Okay, can you maybe do a sneaky now? I'm threatened, so I can't. Wait, I can. Oh, you're immune to psychic. Good thing I picked moths. Why did my turn just end without me being able to do the teleport? Are you... Oh. Pairing to self-detonate. That's good. Well, Astarion... in theory should go before this goes again, so he's fine, right? Or if I kill it, will it not detonate? Let's, before I even try that, let's move everybody out.
yes. Await
That answers that.
I'm on my way.
It's fine. He's good.
Fascinating.
It's just a flesh wound. Infernal iron. I totally need that.
That helped. Front page material.
Yeah, so far the couple battles I've used the elemental, it's been great. And like I have expected it to do like nothing damage, and no, it still does a good bit.
Keep it together.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
I'm sorry. Okay, fine. I won't loot the corpses.
Something's on my mind.
Ah, are you trying to get into the city?
I
A
am.
minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today.
Well, it wasn't great. Why is security so
There
tight?
was a skirmish a few days back.
Oh, there's a
band of
skirmish now.
scientists came close to
There was a
entering the
skirmish a
city.
few minutes
People
back,
started
even.
panicking, so the gate got closed. My editor at the Baldur's Mouth Gazette sent me down to get a first-hand account of the chaos. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic steel watch keeping the mob at bay, whether or not that's the truth or not.
You're being arrested for theft. If you have
What?
a defense, make it now.
Why? Why is fucking long-haired Adam Lambert arresting me mid-conversation? Yeah, deceive him. I was gonna say Pete Wentz, but I'm like, nah. This is Adam Lambert right here.
They believe you. For now. But something tells you they won't be so receptive to your charms again.
Great headline. Sorry, can't talk. I'm on a deadline.
Thanks. You've ruined the whole conversation, Adam. Thanks. I should murder you for that.
Never wanted the easy path.
I don't know any Adam Lambert music, to be honest. I just know he was on American Idol, and hasn't he been the fill-in singer for Queen? Like anytime they tour.
You're not staying in a brothel.
Rooms, music.
I cannot tell if you are more a deviant or a debutante, Shadowheart. I would like to test both
Was it store?
aspects of your
Where is store?
when next you find yourself alone at night.
Wait, actually, where is store?
I'm not quite sure I like where this is going.
Where? Is it in here? Is it in the flop house?
How about the flop house? It has plenty of spare beds.
Great! We can bundle 10 of them.
Is it you? It is. Are you just gonna sell food?
Bloomin' hell, you look famished. I've got some victuals that
You look sweaty. What do you got?
A skeg at these.
Have a skeg? I'll just take all of it. And then I will bleed you dry for everything you have by selling you other things. What do you want? You want this armor? Yeah, you can have that armor. Would you like the clown hammer? Did you actually give me? I don't think you gave me that amount of money. I think that's supposed to be in Asterians. Grease bottle. Have a torch. There you go. I know you wanted that. Okay, we're done here.
That should do ya.
You know, I said about him singing with Queen, but I don't even know, like, if they're still actively doing that ever, or if that was, like, just,
Society, as the book
like,
says,
when they still were, like, years ago or something.
tempting. Matriarchal power flourishing to its greatest
No idea how recently the last time they performed was.
Charming as you are, child, you would...
Oh, wait, there's a quest. Wait.
The harp is safe.
Okay, so I gotta go up here and find Voss.
Told me the armor was a bard.
Oh, wait, no, you're back here. Wait. Hold on. Wait.
My mother and father.
The neighbors are talking out their asses. Besides,
You're in this building. How do I enter that building? Do I have to go over here? Can I not go in that door?
it depends on the person.
Do I have to break in?
That seems like a lot.
I can go in here. Stairs. It's a walkway. There we go. They're in the Devil's Den. Oh no.
More than your fate, mine rests on it.
Even if you had it, what in the night?
You must hear me.
There is
Whoops,
only
I didn't mean to hit
one
space.
thing in
I just
this
moved my
world
hand.
that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room.
I will
once
say, I
you're
guess it
released
sucks.
from his
You didn't have
claws.
that scar before. Where'd that come from? Sucks that I can't go see Motionless in like 2 weeks.
I'm glad you came,
But at the very least, I guess
to
I
my
can
door.
just be on the lookout for their
but
Apocalypse
to
Fest
the final
later in the year.
reckoning. One more thing.
Or
before we
hope
begin.
that if Bring Me the Horizon announces a part 2 of that tour, that Motionless is still on it, and it actually has shows anywhere around here, unlike currently, which is annoying still.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is
Oh, okay. I
clear.
was like, what happened?
It's unsettling.
I missed the worm. What'd you do?
I gave you back your privacy by shutting that illithid in your pocket out of your mind. It can't hear us.
All right, yeah, then
I
speak.
brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away, which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles.
Yeah, but at what cost?
Let us speak.
What sort
plain.
of devilry?
I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At
Elder
best,
Brain sounds
it
so
will kill
silly.
you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
Prism?
In a manner of speaking. but it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the Illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
But then he will want to murder, though. He's dangerous,
To
though.
Illithids, yes. He would gladly execute the Emperor. But to you, he will be a friend.
Will he?
After all, you're at war with an elder brain.
But I am infected.
If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden. One that will transport it to the elder brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
But they've also
Perhaps
stopped
it is
me
true
from
that
turning
Orpheus
into
would
worm.
ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free,
Lae'zel probably
you
wouldn't
may
like
have
that.
to kill him.
Or she would. Honestly, I don't know. I wish there was like a, hey, I'd rather talk to the other guy first option. Oh, I'm stumped. I don't know what to do here. I basically have yes or no. I don't know why there's two different options for this. How
The
do?
Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now.
Very convenient.
Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
And that is...
Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world.
Everyone just wants power.
Your own precious skin too. And
he wants
you
power.
Give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain.
The vampire guy wants power. Starion wants power. But why are you so eager?
I've craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity.
I'm so jealous of what people can do to like the one eyebrow thing, because I can't do it.
The apex of civilization.
So many times in my life I've tried, and I can't.
It all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams. Oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting. And Carsus
I taught myself how to whistle in middle school, but I feel like this isn't a thing that I can teach myself to do.
By ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. the hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
Yeah, it doesn't
The hells require order.
doesn't give
to
joy.
function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and
It would be the best order. Perfect order. No one's ever seen a better order than mine. We'll put tariffs on the Baldur's Gate. 5,000% tariffs. It'll be very good for the hells. Why haven't you done it already?
Stolen from right under my nose all those centuries ago. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more
I'm
than
still
a
actively
frigid
waiting for. So all rumors point to Switch 2 pre-orders starting next week at some point. Sometime like either like the 21st or the 30th or something.
I raged.
And I'm assuming that might be announced tomorrow at the Mario Kart Direct.
Ever watching.
Frankly, Mario Kart Direct seems like being 15 minutes seems so pointless.
A mishap. A misadventure.
But I assume they'll be like, hey, here's when it's starting and maybe a new price. And boy, is it going to hurt if like the Mario Kart bundle jumps from 500 to 600 or even higher. That's going to hurt. But I need to get me a Switch. I'm really paranoid about trying to get one because I have some Best Buy gift cards that I have sitting around that I could like, you know, use on the Switch to like pretty much, unless the price jumps, like cover most of it. Because I had a couple things that I was like, I haven't used these in so long, but there's no point in like selling them anywhere because like I don't care to try to sell them on like Facebook Marketplace and whatever. And Anywhere only ever wants to give you a gift card. But with the Switch coming around the corner, I was like, you know what? I don't care if Best Buy gives me a gift card if I try to give it to them, because I could just use that for the Switch. Now I have a couple gift cards that like, that's not very helpful with trying to rush to check out when they go live to try to get it. And it's not like Ticketmaster buying concert tickets where at least if I get into checkout, it's saved for a few minutes. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't work like that. So even if I get like a Switch in my card, I'm gonna have to fight to like rush to type in like 2 gift card numbers. I got really lucky with PS5 because well, I was unlucky and then I was lucky. So I was unlucky because like I remember it was a whole hectic thing. I was really annoyed that they stole it and you couldn't.
Does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme.
I remember like they had the presentation and they're like, yeah, the pre-sales will start
I must admit,
at whatever time, but then like stores just put them out right away.
If you don't kill them,
and
the elder brain will.
I had one in checkout from Target, but I have never ordered something like that from Target. And I like didn't trust it.
It is inevitable.
I wasn't sure if they would like get there on time or well. I was like, I don't know. Like buying something like that at Target is one thing, but pre-ordering it, I was like, I don't know how that would work.
And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange,
what if you give me the hammer and then I just betray you?
Now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative.
But so I didn't pull the trigger, and then they sold it at Target. And I remember Best Buy kept having issues where people were like, yeah, it just like won't go to checkout. Like they're there, but it just doesn't work. And so I gave up and I was like, I guess no PS5 for me. And I happened to wake up.
You'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of
Will I have to fulfill it, or can I just betray him and murder him in the end?
His ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
I don't think I trust him more than the Emperor. Yeah, I'd rather destroy it, though.
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands.
You don't know if it's the right hands.
Sure it is removed
but so I went to bed, and I happened to just like wake up that night at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, something like that. And I was awake enough that I was like, let's just check Twitter and see if there's any like updates on like anywhere having PS5s. And at the time I woke up, I looked and saw a tweet that was like from 5 minutes prior to when I opened my phone. That was like, hey, I just managed to actually get through the checkout in Best Buy. I was like, Best Buy phone. I got one. The thing is now, though, since I'm relying on using Best Buy gift cards that I have to purchase the Switch, now I am locked into needing to buy it at Best Buy, because otherwise I'd have to shell out like actual like $600 versus, you know, like yeah. So if I fail at getting one through Best Buy, that's gonna suck, because then I'm just gonna have to wait. We have to wait till they come up again. It'll be like when I was trying to get a Series X, which was a waste anyway, but like where I was having to check websites and stuff constantly for like a month. Yeah, I don't know. I've always really liked Best Buy, like, but I feel like their time is running out. Can I agree to the deal and then just back out later? Or because he's like a devil, is it like actually locking me into it? Oh, I remember they gave, this is completely understandable, but I remember they gave me a code for it, but I had already gotten one. And a friend of mine was like struggling to get one. And when I say struggling, I mean, he wasn't even trying. It was one of those deals where it's like, you had people like a year after the PlayStation came out and they're like, it's still so impossible to find them. I'm like, if you had actually actively like been trying to find one, there's no reason it would have taken you this long. Like, if you're still complaining that you can't find them this long after, you're not actually trying. You're just hoping to get one, like walk into Walmart and see one on the shelf, which that's not actively trying, which is what this situation was. But I got the invite and I was like, hey, if you want, I can order it for you. I'm not going to pay for it, so you have to like give me the money, or like just tell me your like card stuff and I can put it in for you and just order it for you. Which, when I say like this is a friend that I was like friends with since elementary school. And I understand like giving your card to somebody is iffy, but he was like, nah, I'll just wait. And I'm just like, this kind of hurts that you think that I was trying to be nice and be like, hey, I got an invite and you want one and can't find one, but just fuck off, I guess. Whatever. And I think a different friend then took advantage of that, and I forget what I did. I think either he like Venmo'd me the money, or I just gave him my login info and he ordered it, and then I just changed my login info back. Like, I changed it to something generic, let him log in, and then changed it back or something. I don't know. I can just not agree and steal the hammer.
I won't stop you. But time is running out.
Because I'm worried that if I agree, then it's like somehow I'm locked into it, because it's like signing a deal with the devil.
If you see reason, I'll be
Or if I like
Wait.
can actually go against it later, it's like, well, since you signed a deal with the devil and you're you're going against it, now you have disadvantage in the whole combat or something. Are you just still in here? You are. But what's his name wants to talk to me downstairs. But here's the thing: is I don't know how to go downstairs in this building. At a door? No.
Mate, it's your birthday. You deserve to cut loose.
Like I have no idea how to go downstairs in this building. There's no door other than the locked ones. There's no downstairs there. Locked doors. This is other building. Unless that's what he means by downstairs is over here. Oh, it is. Never mind. Okay.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
Yes, the devil was worm blocking.
Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked Best Buy. Something about just like the vibe of Best Buy stores and everything, I've just enjoyed. It still baffles me that I don't know how Best Buy survived all these years and Circuit City died long ago. Unless it's mostly because Best Buy was more popular and so that's why Circuit City died. I don't know. Like I used to have 2 Best Buys like in driving distance, like short driving distance of me, and one of them closed a couple years ago. This other one's still hanging on. I don't know if at some like I don't know if someday it'll just disappear. I had like 3 GameStops near me too, and like within the last year, 2 of them are just gone. And I never even knew until I drove past, and I'm just like, why is there no GameStop there? But also Best Buy's doing the midnight release thing, so that's also cool. If I can pre-order it successfully, that's cool that I can like go in and get, like, I've not, nowhere's done midnight stuff in so long, and I miss that. Like, even, like, I know GameStop for a little while switched to just doing 9 p.m., which is still fine. I remember one time, like, Kingdom Hearts 3, when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, I was working that night. And so on my 15-minute break, I drove over to the... I timed my break so that I could leave work, because I worked retail at nights then. So I timed my break so I could drive over to the GameStop, pick up Kingdom Hearts, and then go back to work so that I could still play it that night. I still have one GameStop near me. I just...
How interesting. No doubt he impressed.
I don't know, I'd never really go there. There's no need.
And what did he want in return for this knowledge?
Occasionally I've like traded something in, but yeah, he wants the crown.
Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea.
I sense sarcasm.
Tell me, you turned him down.
I did.
Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it.
I also remember, I don't remember if it was Modern Warfare 2 or
last time you are approached.
Like World at War or Modern Warfare 3, but one of those Call of Duties back then in like 2010, 2012-ish era, I remember going to a midnight thing, and there was like 100 people there. Like, it's so cool. I miss that. The mall near me has been like barely surviving, but there's still been stuff. And I stopped in Best Buy yesterday, not Best Buy, GameStop, because of my like impulse to get a 3DS. I was like, well, since the 3DS I ordered didn't ship yet, like maybe GameStop just has one, or they have like, I also wanted a game that I could just like have in the cartridge so it doesn't like get dust. I wonder if they have like a DS game or something. They didn't have anything, but I walked in there and I was like, I haven't been in the mall in like a couple months, but like there's so much stuff missing even from a couple months ago, and like, why? Bought a Bloodborne copy. It barely made it the first few hours. Bloodborne's so good. Bloodborne is so good. I can't blame you, because also when I first played Bloodborne, I was My first couple forays into getting into Souls games didn't go well. I tried to get into Dark Souls 1 and 2 like twice in high school, and both of them I got like nowhere. Dark Souls 1, I remember I got to like the Moonlight Butterfly, and got stuck because I didn't understand what you were supposed to do. And I didn't understand like dodge rolling and iframes. And so since it like flies around forever, I was just like, what do I do? And it would just kept shooting me and killing me. And I don't remember where I got stuck on Dark Souls 2, but it still wasn't far. But then I had tried Bloodborne when I first got a PS4. And I didn't know it was that type of game. I just thought it looked cool aesthetically. And I got like, I think it's like 2/3 of the way. It's like right before you get to the castle where what's his name is with the cage on his head. And there's like, you can't stand in the moonlight or you start taking like frenzy damage or whatever. And I was like stuck there. And I was like, I don't understand where I'm supposed to go or what to do. And then I didn't play it for a while. And I think this is maybe the only reason that I have a more favorable view on it than a lot of people. The first one that I actually successfully played the whole way through was maybe in like 2016, like right before Dark Souls 3 came out. I played through all of Dark Souls 2. And that was the first one I've completely finished before I had all the other ones to be like, oh wow, these are way better. And then after that, I slowly worked through all of them. You gotta finish Elden Ring and Bloodborne, but like you gotta finish both. Elden Ring's so unfortunate because like, hold on. He wants me to have taken the deal. Yeah, I'm not interested in making devil deals.
Skaketh.
We could do something else.
There is no cost too high to unshackle my people.
We can find a way still.
I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the first mother's son.
I literally just said
I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve.
But Elden Ring's unfortunate because like, whenever it's like, oh, I want to replay one of those, Elden Ring is just so long, and it's so much to do again. And so I never like, anytime I get the urge to want to play it again, I'm like, but it's just so much. I just don't want to. And so I've never replayed Elden Ring. I played it the one time, I played the DLC, and I've started a new save like 2 or 3 times, and I've always barely made a dent before I'm just like, it's so much. Since the tadpole has Scar's attack, won't he attack me if we free him?
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Bloodborne, I really want to replay Bloodborne, but like, even though I'm not like someone who thinks all 30 FPS is like the most atrocious thing in the world, like I think Bloodborne's fine. It's just more noticeable now that literally every other one can run at 60 except Bloodborne, because Sony's head is like so far up their ass that they refuse to do anything with it. Even just have FromSoft or whoever patch it. Like, obviously it's possible to make it run at 60, so why not just like do a patch? And FromSoft can't do it themselves or do anything with it themselves since Sony owns it.
A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices.
And I heard some rumor that like now after the Switch Direct and the Duskbloods announcement and whatever, I heard some rumor about Sony possibly wanting to buy FromSoft's like parent company. And it's like, oh god, you refuse to let any Bloodborne exist, don't you?
You are wasting your time and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain. Focus your mind.
Yeah, but what if Orpheus can help kill the Elder Brain? This is part of that. Emperor man. I don't want to reconsider the deal. It's in Raphael's possession, so tracking down his lavish abode in the hills, the House of Hope, may be our best bet. Or the city, okay. I was wondering if I was supposed to maybe like go back and talk to him again to try to trick him, but am I like in the city now, or is this still like, this isn't quite Baldur's Gate yet, I don't think.
Yes, darling, it's very leather-like.
I see that Ubisoft made a patch for Far Cry 4, which is over a decade old.
We're shopping for a
I did not see that, but granted, my following of like Far Cry stuff, or basically my following or knowledge of is this gonna be another fight up there? That makes me feel like I should rest so that I have more spell slots. That's fine. I don't really follow any news of Ubisoft stuff outside of like Assassin's Creed, which like the only Far Cry I've played is Far Cry 5, and it's fine. I enjoyed it, but like I've grown so tired of the repetitive open world Ubisoft shtick. And so like I never even played Valhalla because I played like a few hours of it and I was like, I was already burnt out after doing everything in Odyssey. And I'm kind of interested in Shadows because it does kind of look neat, but I have no interest in spending full price on that game. Especially because I've seen people be like, yeah, if you're already like tired of the Ubisoft thing, this isn't going to change your mind, but this is like the best it's been. And I'm like, great. So it is still the same repetitive stuff. It's just like maybe a little better. So I don't know. At some point, if it like happens to go on like PS Plus or Game Pass, or if it goes on sale cheap enough, maybe. But yeah, that is so weird though that they like patched it to get like to censor things. That seems so pointless unless there's like some alternative reason for it, like trying to like get around some sort of law in some country or something. I don't know. I don't think I got overshadowed by First Berserker, to be honest. Because I've seen people think First Berserker is great and also complain that it's just like there's like no level. I haven't played it, but I've seen people say there's like no level design and it's just like straight bosses.
Be vigilant.
How am I supposed to?
You want past? Talk to Ellen.
Talk to Ellen. DeGeneres?
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Just for the day? I am Lord Gortash's new occultist. What goes in the Book of Vile Darkness? Oh, 30. Shit. We got this. We can do this. Threaten her with the Book of Vile Darkness. Come on. Is that enough? I think I got enough. I do have enough. See, you hate games like that? It depends on the game for me. I've never been one to complain, like, I've never played it, and I want to because I think it looks really cool, and I think lightning looks really cool. I want to play Final Fantasy 13. I've even debated if I wanted to stream it, but I don't know if that would like, I don't know if that's like old enough or popular enough that it wouldn't be like stream suicide. Granted, not that really people are flocking to watch the stream now, but still. I guess not stream suicide, but like social media suicide, because it's like anytime I've posted anything that's not a Baldur's Gate video on TikTok or anything, it does ass. But people always complain about Final Fantasy 13 that it's so linear and it's like a hallway, and I'm like, I've never really complained or cared about games being linear. And at times, especially with like Assassin's Creed bloat open worlds, it's refreshing to me to have games that are just
but another
a
takes
linear
its place.
focused experience.
Confident, dominant, commanding.
So you found me with Baldur's Gate clip on TikTok? Yeah, see?
Orin told me you were
It makes it demotivates me a little bit because like I'll stream.
Welcome back to Baldur's Gate. Welcome home. Allow me to formally invite you to my
I'll make a video for Crow Country or any of the others, and like it not that I'm getting a bunch of views on stuff anyway, but it'll get like 100 views, and I'm like, well, that was a waste of like an hour to make that video. And I was like, so then I'll do another stream of one, and I'll be like, what's the point of me even making a video of this game? It's not going to do anything. What is that? What's this? Enter the audience hall.
Is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Oh, there's a lot of people here. I don't even remember who Gortosh is. Or I don't even know. Oh, it's you.
Stand down.
This cringe emo Gale.
In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city.
I will keep things peaceful.
The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most
Yeah, like all the people that have said about like Final Fantasy 13 being bad because it's so linear has gone like in one ear out the other. I don't care. I've played like an hour of it before, and even though I could tell like, yeah, this is linear, it seems neat. I also at some point want to play through like most of the Final Fantasies. I just keep procrastinating it. Like the only ones that I've played all of are 8, 15, which a lot of people hate 15. I loved 15. 16, 7 Remake. I've still not played 7 Rebirth. I only played like half of original 7, and I've played like a little bit of 10 when I was a kid. But at the very least, I want to play through like 6 through 13, minus 8 since I've beat 8. I'm not a fan of 8. 8 is very divisive, and a lot of people love 8. I was not a fan of 8. I really hated 8's whole combat system. Yeah, the impact of Baldur's Gate is like, it's funny all the devs that are just like, you can't just expect a game to be that good all the time because they were so. It's like people who got butthurt about Elden Ring doing so well because they're like, no, people are gonna get tired of our repetitive garbage because there's a good game and they can see that there's better stuff out there. No.
Then she didn't buy. The past is lost to you. Let me clear up some mysteries.
Yes,
then.
I know.
We share so much history. You and I initiated this plot. We discussed in depth the.
Well, as far as where to start with Final Fantasy,
we understood that if we were
aside from examples like,
no one could
13, 13-2,
so,
Lightning Returns, or like 10 and 10-2,
first we obtained the crown.
They're all unrelated. And so literally just whichever one is the one that is like a lot of people say like when it comes to getting into a series, like there's always the argument of do you have to play the old ones first because to keep up with the story or whatever. And a lot of people are like, just play the one that is interesting to you and then go back, because if you try to grind through the other ones first, you might lose interest. Final Fantasy, like really just whatever one is the one that caught your eye that you're like, that made you think, oh, I kind of want to get into these, just play that one. They're all unrelated. The first one that I actually properly played was 15. Yeah, Cloud's just in 7. Cloud's Ghoulie Edgelord emo boy. Hi, Kiana Frank. How are you? I'm doing good. Not as tired as I was thinking. I got very, very little sleep last night. And I thought I would be like dying of sleepiness, but I'm doing fine. But I've also been yapping about concerts and stuff this whole time and barely playing any of the game. So
First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the
but I think like
cities,
7 remake, like with Cloud, is also a good place to start.
He would have carried out that part.
Like I never played all the originals, so I don't have that like, oh, it's not as good, whatever type of thing that some people have. But 7 remake was one of my favorite games on PS4. It was so good.
In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders.
And like I feel like that was the best possible way.
Leaders like me.
The best way they could have like made it action combat while still kind of honoring the like turn-based ATB system from the original game, like mixing them a little bit. I can't think of a single way that they could have done it better.
The faithful will do anything.
It's very satisfying combat. I finished the game and immediately played hard mode, and hard mode was even more satisfying because hard mode you can't use items at all. So there's no using like a potion. There's no using an ether to get your mana back.
Unlike you, she cannot control herself.
So it makes you have to like think about combat in a different way and use different abilities that maybe you didn't the first playthrough, and it made it so much more satisfying. It was like, in my personal opinion, one of the best. Like that may have been my favorite like replaying a game on a higher difficulty experience that I've had. Because a lot of times it's just like, oh, this is just hard and frustrating, even if it's rewarding. But like that was replaying that on hard was very rewarding because of having to rethink how I go about combat. She cannot control herself. Yeah, I've come to end the evil plot.
Have you gone soft?
Minthara,
I find that hard to believe. One's
you are so morally
rises to the top.
Unclear.
When Ketheric fell, I feared the worst. That our plans would fail like so many before because of discord among ourselves. Now you've returned. We can achieve all of our dreams still. You brought thought.
But having started with 15, I think 15 is also a great one to start with, although
all 3 to control the brain. Without Thorns, it's become vexingly willful.
Oh.
The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon,
so it's quaking because we killed Thorn.
I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, a bleak prospect. But it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I renew our old partnership. Together,
I don't know our old
still
partnership.
Restore authority
Emo
over
Gale.
the brain.
He's always just so bewildered. Shadowheart just looks sad. Yeah, I'm a changed person.
Baal isn't done with you. You must know that. You have effortless talents. Killing instinctually, like you breathe blood.
It's one of the critiques of 15 that I agree with, even though it didn't like worsen the experience for me that much. Is that like
for the storm you're about to weather?
It was a bold choice of theirs to split the story of 15 amongst so many different mediums. So like, there's the game, there was a short anime, there was the prequel CG movie. Like,
blood and mine are of particular
that was a questionable decision to do that. So it leaves the story of 15, if you just play the game, a little wanting more, and a little unclear at times, but I still had a good experience overall. I'm not afraid of her.
You met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't.
Also, why is it? I guess Hysterian died, but I was like, why is Hysterian always the only one covered in blood all the time?
You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
I don't believe you. You seem weirdly more
So I
reasonable
turn to
than
you,
before.
the former ruler of the cult of Baal.
I guess I never tried to talk to them about that. It's going to take a lot.
Let's make our pact anew. A divine oath, sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have
Saving a
nothing
little
to fear
snack
from
for
my
later.
steel watch while our pact stands.
He likes leftovers. It's his
Thorn's stone
equivalent
is
of
yours to
cold
keep.
pizza.
When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here.
Hot take
So
or
the
cold
three
take.
are united
I don't know.
once again. Together we rule Faerun
I don't care for
as
cold
kings.
pizza.
No,
I don't get the
more
appeal.
kings.
I think it's just like
Gods.
objectively worse
We
than
rule
reheating it.
as the absolute.
The urge, the deplorably brutal urge sickens within you.
And like if it's your only option, like it's fine, but I don't think I've ever eaten cold pizza and been like, oh man, like this is good.
But first
Some people love it.
rule, then you will ruin.
What do you say? Shall we be allies?
The only time I've ever eaten cold pizza is like out of necessity.
Detect no deceit. This alliance could
Like if I'm in a hotel room and it's been a couple hours and there's no way to reheat it and it's just, that's what it is.
well, we need not honor it.
He wants what we want. Orin dead, and the Elder Brain subjugated. An alliance would serve us well.
But we're gonna kill the Elder Brain. Yeah, you did nothing back then.
We would not meddle in each other's affairs. This was our agreement. She came to us as Baal's chosen. We are but servants to our lords. Your presence here means your lord sees a purpose for you yet. I tolerated Orin, but I liked you.
Yeah, can I? Well, I get an extra one for probe. Yeah, we probing today. Get ready to be probed, Gortash.
Orin is unreliable. This one shows promise. He keeps his word, I keep mine. We will rule as one.
Yeah, but I don't want to subjugate the brain. I want to kill the brain. I will think about it, no promises.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp
Was he this
is
tan
compromised.
before?
One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp.
What?
That sounds all too believable.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Is it the child? Is it the child I told you to stay there? Is the child going to kill somebody? I was already sus about that. How am I supposed to find Orin?
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. The Baal Temple, your old haunt.
My old
now reeks of her ichors. Do you even remember how to find it?
Nope.
A shame. It's a secret even to me. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
Why is the crown failing?
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. The Crown's magic turned the brain into something the world has never seen. A nether brain. Its power is immense. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again.
What about your
Orin
Night's Watch?
Elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. And some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. You carry the stone plucked from Merkel's chosen. Besides, why call you enemy when I could repair an old friendship?
I'm probably going to ally with you and then just betray you in the end because you're going to want to do brain stuff and I'm going to want to kill it, but you know.
Before you do, come and witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Doing your counting homework while listening is so funny. Why? I feel like I'm just like just like generic narrating what they're saying. I feel like I'm not even. I am still tired. It's just mildly subdued by the hour-long concert yapping. Let's get it over with.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect.
Did they approve of me just being sassy? Is that what that was?
Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest
Gortash makes you cringe. Well, he is cringe.
I will heed
Look
your
at him.
call. A new chapter begins.
He looks like if some emo kid's like 50-year-old dad dressed up as like goth to try to make fun of his kid.
Citizens of Baldur's Gate, from enemies within and without.
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Yeah, I don't understand how people are thirsting. Say nothing.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Like, he looks like a dude who would unironically be like Milady,
My friends, the
Tips
steel
Fedora,
watch stands ready.
or I guess the new version is he would be unironically like, "Hello, princess," like
And
one of those
you, honored
guys.
guest,
But
will
for
find
real.
me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Curse the put
Wait,
my
did I
hands on everything.
just take? I can't reach. What do you mean can't reach? So this is still not Baldur's Gate. Oh wait, that's just Raphael. Enter. Oh, yeah, sure. I do really hope though that if the rumors are true about like the 21st or 30th for a Switch, depending on the retailer, I really hope Best Buy is the 21st. I was saying last stream, I want to be done with it. I want to either have it pre-ordered or not, and be able to just. I mean, obviously, if I fail, then this isn't solved, and I'll have to keep checking all the time. But assuming that I can succeed, even though it won't be out for another month and a half, at least it's like out of my brain, and I can stop stressing about like having to check to see if like the pre-orders are up or if I can get one or whatever. Are you the merchant?
Hello?
Sure.
Does anyone want to buy a gazette?
No, I'll buy your newspaper. Sure. You're a terrible salesman.
Thank you.
I hope I get one too.
Baldur's
I'll
mouth
cry.
is truly
Not really, but
I had thought the purpose of a broadsheet
maybe if I got one by then, I could maybe get a capture card and stream stuff from it. But I have no idea.
Ink and paper.
Capture card is money,
as insidious as
and
the voice of the absolute.
other things are also money lately, such as concerts and stuff. So
Think this, feel that, hate them.
no, people are gullible enough to believe everything they read. Propaganda is dangerous.
Yes. I am surprised. The house matrons of Menza Baranzan have not discovered the power of the printing press yet. Paper.
I'm trying to decide because I never actually finished.
Drawn from dragon scales, and nefarious lies dreamt in darkness.
I mean, you still can barter. Like if you go to a thrift shop or something, I don't know if they let you barter occasionally. Who knows?
That is true.
Yard sales. But I never actually played through all of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I played through most of Breath of the Wild. And with it, like, you know, being able to, even though it's expensive and full price, which is nonsense, I also heard that apparently Breath of the Wild, the Switch 2 version, doesn't even come with the DLC. Like, Nintendo is so far up their own ass with the game pricing stuff. But it'd be nice to play them with them running well. But I already felt like, obviously if you're like a diehard Zelda person, they wouldn't agree with this, but I felt like Tears of the Kingdom like invalidated Breath of the Wild because I'm like, oh, it's just more of the exact same game with some extra stuff. So I feel like it's pointless for me, especially with how expensive they are, to play Breath of the Wild first instead of just jumping to Tears of the Kingdom. But if I just jump to Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like I'm like not doing my due diligence. I don't know. So is this officially Baldur's Gate now? Lower City. So I assume it is. Speak to people, Wizard of Waterdeep. Let's go long rest. I feel like this, I've barely progressed anywhere in this game tonight, but I feel like just getting to the city and like I was gonna say that's probably a good point to like stop and then just pick up with starting off with the city stuff next time, but I guess we're gonna see this through.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
Getting a Lae'zel cameo today since she's, you know, dead to us now. Ever since Minthara showed up.
And you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars.
Are you gonna be brainwashed again?
The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great Dominion.
Well, your story's changing a little bit, though. You lied this whole time. And now suddenly, you know.
Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people?
If he was, why wouldn't you just be truthful about him being alive and be like, he's a threat? Why would you feel the need to lie?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you.
This is a lie.
You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. chance. Kneel before me.
Her spirity texture, or her spirity model's so weird. Like her hand had like no texture on it. So odd.
The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it.
Oh, so she's resisting the brainwash.
Forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
Good on her. Why would I? No. I don't think I need to tell her anything if she's... I'll just stand your ground.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me...
Good job. You have finally broken free of your delulu.
See, Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing. You are nothing.
Is she gonna murder us like last time? Does she have power here?
Tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg
No, she's...
for
Whoa.
death. I will consume you.
Oh, they made that subtitle bold. That was a suspicious fade out. Alright, I assume... Oh, Gale can talk. I was gonna say, I assume Lae'zel can talk. Wherever she is. Over there. Gale first.
We must claim the crown of Karsus for ourselves, before anyone else does.
That's all? That's all that warranted the exclamation point? Really? Hey, you. Are you lying?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Are one of you lying? Are you not Isabel?
Keeping very well, I hope?
Well, that's not... Alright, Lae'zel? Oh, Shadowheart has stuff to say too.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral
Oh, if I had him when I met Raphael. Well, that's for a future playthrough.
As it should be. Better a short life built
Next time I
on
play
truth
through, I'll
than
probably have like
immortality woven
him
of
and
lies.
Karlach and
Better to unite the Githyanki
Alzin or
under
something,
a
I
prince
don't
who
know.
would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Come on, you can do it. It's only a 10. Fine, we won't think about
Lae'zel has
Lae'zel's
been
past.
Ostracized by her queen. Why should she not feel bitter?
Yeah, she's terrorizing you.
I know hate. It seeds and distills into molten rock, forever rattling in the belly. But I've never known
Certified
less.
Yabber only said one
I
sentence.
feel no heat, no cold. I bear neither fangs nor talon. There is only absence.
Alright. Lae'zel's the yapper tonight.
I am Vlaakith's child no more. I have been born anew in Gith's son, my savior. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another.
You know, even though I probably should, I'm not going to have you with when we go to try to free him.
Must still now forging in Yeri. Orpheus's will above
Maybe I will.
all. May the
I don't know.
comet
No, probably
blaze
not, because
my
then I have
path
to like redo
forward.
armor and stuff again. What about your own needs and wants?
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki.
Okay, in this
and the
frame right
prince who
now,
will
it looks like it's a giant man with a pug head
come
standing
until the
behind
Prince
her.
of the Comet flies again.
That's all I could see. What is Bot Vlaki?
Blacket's left hand and
Look at it.
her right.
There's a giant pug man in a robe.
All dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent.
Like, I can't see anything else. I know it's her tent or whatever, but I can't see what it actually is in my brain.
Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
What next?
We take the Orphic hammer from Raphael's lair. Orpheus,
You're gonna have to kill Raphael. There will only be 3 more Ninja Turtles. Boss to go
Voss
underground.
has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free.
This is good. Do you think the egg's doing well?
The air grows ever warmer. The hum of life within it.
I don't think I ever had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle phase.
Attach, though not
Like I had a phase of like I loved the arcade game. But that's like the closest thing.
Stimulation, and in its throbbing.
I don't think I ever really watched it that much.
An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside.
Although I did always like Raphael because I always liked Raphael because red, and I always liked Donatello because like fighting with the staff is cool. Ah. I'm gonna say it. Should I start calling you Mommy Lae'zel?
Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from
Honestly, looking back, I don't think I ever really had any theme to my room. Like, I never had stuff. The only thing I ever even had, like, decoration-wise is, like, a 30 Seconds to Mars poster. Honestly, the most, like, theming I've ever had in any room is my current living room, where I have various concert set lists and signed posters and stuff from over the years. And when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, I went on like a phase of wanting all the Funko Pops for it. So I have a cabinet full of like 20 Kingdom Hearts Funko Pops. And then after that, I was like, Funko Pops are dumb. I'm not buying Funko Pops anymore. And I guess I have Halloween-y themed things. I got the pumpkin light back there now. I got from Walmart 2 like skeleton, one's a banjo player and one's a harmonica thing that play a song, but unfortunately they play different songs, so you can't play them at the same time. And I got like the other little skeleton things up there.
I can still feel the Shadowfell all over me. Still hear her words in my ear.
My only vibe, I guess, right now is cringy emo. That sums it up. You feel unclean. What if I cleaned you? Sounds so bad. Never mind. Her spite can't hurt you now.
I hope that's true, but I'm not so sure. She has a far reach and a long memory. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past. But I'll need your help.
You want me to clean you? You want to take a bath? Of course.
Wait until the others are asleep, then come with me.
Down the coast. Oh wait, no, or,
There's a
no
place
shit.
we
Is that
can
actually what?
Down the coast a little.
Is that it? Are we ever gonna take a bath? Was my joke? Was my joke accurate? Am I a prophet? Quick. To rest.
Let's see.
I like how I still have the fire elemental sitting here. It's a quick save. Are we taking a bath?
This will do. Take off your clothes.
Oh. Yeah, we're gonna put Shar in the past by getting some. Yeah, just do as she says. The weird, like, flirty smirk that the character model does is odd. This is a great way to end the stream.
A little misdirection.
Oh.
Couldn't
The
resist.
nudity sensor, like,
What's
covers
the
are
matter?
so weird. You're beautiful.
But it's nice to hear you say it.
Booties.
I don't know if I can do this now that I'm here.
Oh yeah, she can't swim. Oh, it's just ass. Just ass. All things we faced. Walk forward till you feel the weight lift.
All right, just stay close.
This music feels a little too, like, inspiring.
Oh, hells, that's cold.
Hey now.
Come here.
Splash me.
Thank you.
Moon.
I needed that. I needed to know I can face things without Shah.
Oh, that's what this was. Okay. I was like, how is
I don't
this
want to go
getting
back.
naked and whatever to have to
just
do with
yet.
getting past Shar? Yeah.
Just a pebble.
We are fulfilling
No, don't you dare
our
stop.
playthrough goal. This has been the only goal for the whole playthrough was just woo Shadowheart and not let her be perma-murdered. Mission accomplished. Oh, Gale, do you have 2 more words to say?
We must claim the crown of Carthage.
That's what you said last time. That's all you said. Is there more? Maybe?
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent author. Mazel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations.
Yeah, you
Though
don't
I
like
doubt
Vlaakith.
Vlaakith
You're
will
okay.
let such insubordination go
Stars,
unpunished.
no. Already said that before. I don't want to talk about the tadpole. Oh, I could tell him about the ball spawn. Oh, wait. So can I go tell now that we did the oinky sploinky? Can I go be like, hey, I'm the son of Satan, kinda? I'm glad I didn't have to roll checks for that at all.
Something the matter? I should hope not, after the time we spent together. My spirits are thoroughly lifted.
Your spirits weren't the only things that were lifted, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
I did want to talk about that.
not feeling any regrets, I hope.
Definitely not. It was wonderful.
I'm glad. I feel the same way. Though, I'm still finding sand in my hair. I wonder what the others will think of that.
I feel like you having sand in your hair is not enough to indicate anything. They will naturally assume we snuck away to make sand castles. Yes.
But of course they will. I hope we'll have more opportunities to slip away. And make sandcastles.
Oh yeah, we can make all kinds of sand castles. I understand my affliction. I'm a ball spawn.
I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps. From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature.
Part of me feels like I'd have to do Dark Urge every playthrough now, because I feel like it'd be lacking to not have it. Sharans are in the House of Grief.
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
Oh, you're just ending the conversation after saying that? There was more
I
there.
don't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on
Yeah, she turned on Blacketh. Yeah.
But all things considered,
Let's talk about the relationship. Anything new? How are you? How are you faring? That's the same stuff. While we're here, kiss.
Ceremony.
Every time I check that, even if there's something new, I feel like I just... Why does kissing her make the loot appear? Or was that there before? What do you say when I sit down?
Tired, love?
No, we just woke up. Well, I mean, in real life, I'm tired. And because of that, that is a perfect time to segue into ending the stream. Thank you, Shadowheart, for the perfect segue. The loot, yeah, I don't know. Every now and then the loot just appears, even not in a cutscene. It just shows up for no reason, and I don't understand why. Because I set it to, you know, not do that. I guess I could unequip it, but what if at some point I want to break out a sick loot solo? Then I won't have it, and we can't have that. Who knows? Like when we were in the carnival thing, and I took the attention away from the two bards by playing my sick loot solo. I kind of wish there was some interaction for that, like they got mad or something. But all right, that was fun, not super eventful, I guess. Was it like one fight and then just a bunch of yapping and talking to people in game? At least we ended with the oinky sploinky. That was good. Hopefully tomorrow, hopefully I'm close enough to the end of not control. Why did I almost say control? Signalis to finish it. I feel like I have to be. I feel like there can't be that much more. But also, hopefully there's enough more that I don't finish it in like 30 minutes, which I highly doubt. But either way, hopefully we're done with that after tomorrow. And if we are, then I will probably just start making every stream Baldur's Gate until Baldur's Gate is done with. But yeah, Signalis tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out and yapping about all the concerts and stuff. That was fun. Yeah, and have a good night.